blessings. This is a video to encourage you, to give you some type of hope. Hopefully it helps you in some kind of way. I'm my niece, AuthorAcemillions, AuthorAcemillions Smith. I'm a 6-time published author now. I did 11 years in prison from 2000 to 2011 for third-degree murder. I was charged with first-degree murder, death penalty. I was shot before in the hospital. So I was locked up when I was in the hospital and taken straight to prison. I fought my charge. I found a couple cases that actually helped me to get my charges lessened and the death penalty thrown off. And I went from getting offered 2 life sentences to getting offered a third-degree sentence of 10 to 20 years. That was the most eye-opening experience of my life, as it is for a lot of us. You know, being young, I was 19 years old. I had a 2-year-old son. I definitely didn't, you know what I'm saying, know everything that I was going to end up having to go through when I went in there. I went in, you know, early 2000s, so a lot of stuff was changing and transitioning. They wasn't trying to rehabilitate you or, you know, help you out in no kind of way. The whole thing was to house us and, you know, keep it moving. If you wanted to learn anything, most of us that went in those institutions, I did state time, so I had to go through the state grind. I've been to about five or six different institutions. My first one I went to is the one I spent the longest at. I was able to obtain different trades. I already had my GED before I went in. I watched a lot of people come in and out of prison. I watched a lot of people do things that, you know, I never thought in life I would ever see. And what I'll tell you is, just because, you know, you see all those things and you go through all that, when you come back out here, it's a different ball game. I mean, a lot of stuff that we had planned when we was in there, it might not have went exactly how we thought it was going to go when we got out here. I was in solitary confinement from 2007 to 2009. That's where my transition came in. That's where I am who I am now today. From 2007 to 2009, I was in a supermax jail, locked down for 2 years. Every time I would see him, nah, we ain't letting you out, boom. I had one program left to do. 2009, I had a breakdown where I decided, you know what I mean, like, I'm done, you know, as far as doing what I want to do. You know what I mean? I told God, you know what I mean, I'm gonna get out the driver's seat. I'm tired of crashing, and I allowed him to take over, you know what I mean? So in 2009, I made my transition to change, to, you know, want more for myself, understand why I do the things that I do, you know, learn more about myself, love myself, you know, fuck who don't love me, love myself. So once I started, you know, the transition into that, I was still in the hole, you know what I mean? But I just had made that choice for myself. And when I tell you, like, everything changed. I finally got out of the RHU. You know what I mean? I had one program left to do until it was time for me to see the board in 2010. They shipped me out to Supermax, sent me to a jail to get my program done. I got that done, seen the board. They gave me an 8-month hit. I wasn't discouraged. I was upset, but I wasn't discouraged. And what I want to tell you is, just because you know, most of us that got those hits, we understand what they was for. You know what I mean? It's for us to test us, to see if we really learned anything. And I tell you, I learned a lot, you know what I mean? While I was in that hole, I wrote 13 books. I told people, yo, when I get out, I'm going to publish them joints. And I did. I actually published 4 of my books. Queen's Move, All Hail the Queen. King Rome, Loyalty is Everything. Children of the Throne, The Legacy. And I have another one called Yana's World, Love is Love. I also have 2 books that's out now, No Mistakes, Pain. It's God, Pain, and the Power Within. And then I have another book called Many Suffer in Silence. That's a new one. That's for our mental health. That'll be out like any day now. Been working on that the whole month. Just wanting to get something out there, man. Look, no matter what, don't let what you went through in prison to define. Don't allow that to define you. I got out in 2011. I ain't been back since. It's 2025. I'm married. I got 6 kids. I got 4 grandchildren, beautiful grandchildren. I got a beautiful wife. She over there. And what I'll tell you is, man, don't think what you got going on or what happened back then. Don't let that define who you are today, all right? Stay free, man. Listen, trust me. The best thing I did when they walked me out that joint was stay the fuck out that joint. And I'm telling you, you could do it too. And it definitely gets greater later. You don't believe me? I live on the 17th hole, man. It gets greater later, man. Do not get a fuck up. I don't give a fuck where, what you, circumstances you come home to, whatever. I ain't get a job in my first year and a half. And I was a delivery driver for Domino's. Let them talk, let them hate, but stay free.